Eastrail 177 Trilogy by M. Night Shyamalan.
I hate that he calls it that.
I
It's like,
do
it's
too.
the Eastrail 177 Trilogy.
It should be
'cause they
the
all-
Unbreakable Trilogy because it's easy to say and remember.
Yeah.
Wait, the Eastrail 177 is the most roll-off-the-tongue name I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
of course.
Did you see Unbreakable Split Glass?
I watched Unbreakable Split Glass.
Me too.
Split Unbreakable Glass.
That's
did it
not
the
the
other
worst
way.
offense.
You still got
Glass
Glass.
Unbreakable Split.
That would be bad.
That would be
Like,
bad.
the thing with Unbreakable and Split is...
You can watch them
You
anyway.
can watch them either way.
Yep.
It does
First two,
not matter
either
which
or.
one you watch first.
Perfectly fine. What did we think of... Do you want to do this one by one?
Yeah.
I say we blaze right through the first two, though.
Okay, so
Yeah, they didn't
Unbreakable.
just come out.
What do you think
Unbreakable.
of
Well, I just watched it today.
Fantastic.
There was a lot of really good things in it, and there was a lot of happy coincidences in Unbreakable for what it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. I enjoyed myself. There's a lot of shots that I really liked. A lot of the
I'm-
acting was pretty solid.
I'm okay with a lot of the convenient coincidences because it's kind of playing on the comic trope of, like, things just happen.
Yep.
It's a deconstruction of a comic book in movie form. It's a really weird meta.
And the twist,
Beautiful.
fucking awesome.
Probably the best Shyamalan twist in your opinion?
Well, considering the other Shyamalan movies I've seen, besides this trilogy, have not really been up to snuff.
Yeah, you've only seen some pretty shit Shyamalans.
I've seen Sixth Sense. That's not bad.
I'd argue Sixth Sense will always be the best, but this is probably the second. Both of them involve Bruce Willis.
They do
Yeah.
indeed.
Both of them involve children that look like Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it's Unbreakable to me, I super duper love that. It's like an 8 or a 9. I can't remember what I gave it. I saw
I'd
it a
give
long
it an
time
8.
ago. Yeah, I just remember it as being really good. Again, like you were saying, a lot of the shots are really impressive. I like the cinematography and stuff, and I like the dialogue and the
My
tone
favorite
that
word.
it's set and the world that it took place in. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Okay.
Split.
Split. I can't say I enjoyed this movie as much as I enjoyed Unbreakable. I watched them back to back. I think that's important context there. Some of the acting to me was a little awkward and stilted. Not from the mains. Anya Taylor-Joy and James McAvoy both did great. The supporting cast was a little...
That's fair. It was just okay.
It was okay. There were some scenes where I'm like, you sound like you just read the script, put it down, and said the line.
To me, it's just a vehicle to shine on James McAvoy's acting talents, and on that level, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
But
Oh, James
McAvoy
McAvoy.
carries that movie.
100%. And if it
He's
weren't,
an animal.
if he weren't in that role,
Literally.
if someone as good as him weren't in that role, then it would not be nearly as wonderful as we remember it being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, the movie itself is also really good. I really enjoy the girls who just slowly die one by one. I think.
I wouldn't call it
Yes.
slowly.
They pretty quickly die one by
They
one.
die
Look,
in
it's been a
succession.
few years since I've seen the plot of Split, but I really enjoy that movie.
Didn't it come out last year?
Came out 2 years ago.
I love Split. I like it a little bit more than Unbreakable. They're both 8s, but like James McAvoy is big boy Carrie, and it's way entertaining. I don't think the twist is as strong, but I like.
Well, the twist is
The
just,
twist is that it's in
another
Unbreakable.
universe, Yeah.
The
That's
twist is it's a sequel to Unbreakable. But
Well,
even
that and the whole Beast thing, where you didn't expect him to be a supernatural thing until like it happens, and you're like, oh my god, he can.
I
Climb
wouldn't
a
call
wall.
that much more of a twist, though.
I think the
supernatural part was
The supernatural part at first was weird until the twist, where I realized,
Yeah.
oh, this is a world where that can happen.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is what Unbreakable's
I don't
about,
know. Well, I was also acutely aware of this fact going into it.
Yeah.
You know, because like the
fair.
first thing that people talked about when Split came out
Me
was like,
too.
oh my god,
think I was
it's an
also-
Unbreakable sequel.
I was not.
I think
I also had not seen Unbreakable,
I
so it
think
didn't matter.
I had read a rumor that it was the sequel to Unbreakable, and I was like, this might be true, this might not be. And then I watched it, and I was like, oh, it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then
So
David
to me,
Dunn
I
was
just
like, oh, it was.
I don't know. Maybe I just accepted it at face value because I knew this was a sequel to Unbreakable. Yeah.
Because that's
so,
how Glass marketed it too. So
Yeah. So let's move on to Glass.
Well, before we get there, I actually want to do some fun fact. So, fun fact,
this trilogy took 20 years.
true, but also other fun fact, for Split, to get David Dunn, Bruce Willis in the movie, Disney released Unbreakable. So M. Night had to go to Disney because he was, I don't know the studio he's with now, but like
he
had to
needed
go-
permission to
he
put
needed
Dave Dunn
permission
on
to put
screen.
him in that movie and also in the sequel. Disney did a gentleman's agreement and just let the character go. No money transactions.
Wow.
It shocked me. I figured Disney would like at least whore it out to be like, oh, do 50-50, I want all the profits or some shit.
Hey, M. Night Shyamalan, I want your soul.
Exactly.
Make us.
Okay.
We're gonna put David Dunn in the MCU.
That really surprised me. Disney just kind of, oh yeah, you can have Bruce Willis's Unbreakable guy. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I don't think they really cared. It's
I mean, the
not-
movie
it's not
did come
billion-
out 17 years.
It's not a billion-dollar
like,
box
True,
office
but Disney
moneymaker.
is like very frugal with their cash because they make billions.
They are, but
But-
David Dunn is not one of the characters that makes them billions.
That's true.
That's true.
He's not Captain America.
Because Unbreakable did not make like billions of
I think
dollars.
Unbreakable didn't even make 200.
Oh, that was back before billion-dollar movies were like a commonplace thing.
That's true.
So,
2000? How many
$200
billion-dollar movies?
200
Like,
million is what I meant.
yeah, I know. I know you didn't need $200.
You made $2. Now we move on finally to Glass, movie we just saw today. So going in, what were your expectations based on everything before?
I thought this was going to be great.
I was not that worried. I mean, everyone was.
Yeah,
all the
so
critics are bashing it,
we've
but that
been
doesn't
reading
mean anything.
We've been reading Glass reviews all day. Glass is currently sitting at a low 30 on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's like 32, 34.
32, 34. 40-something on Metacritic. But IMDb is the glimmer of light with an 8 out of 10. We decided, fuck the reviews. We're going into this clean lens. We're not going to have...
That's how I go into every movie. That's the thing.
I know, but like we made that a statement. Put all those reviews out of my mind, and the movie opened, and I was immediately drawn in.
Yep.
James McAvoy, and then we catch up on David Dunn real quick, Bruce Unbreakable, and they throw you right into the movie. Like, I thought there was going to be like maybe 10, 20 minutes of the opening.
It's like 5 minutes.
It's 5
max.
minutes. 5 minutes. It's the opening credits. Boom, they're in the mental asylum, and they stay there for a good chunk, like the entire movie. I was so compelled by like almost every conversation that was happening on screen.
Yeah, the conversations were one of the most interesting parts. There's a little bit of action parts, and they're good.
Yeah, they're
but
fine. They're fun.
The conversation is where the movie really shines, because the whole like breaking down mentally of everyone and trying to like.
I wanted more of it. I wanted so much more of it. I wanted more therapy sessions.
I could use another whole movie of that.
I could use another whole movie of this girl just psychologically breaking down each of the three characters.
I agree, because this whole universe and tone with Unbreakable and Split, they kind of set it up as, oh yeah, they're superhero characters, but it's incredibly grounded and realistic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, quote unquote realistic, but like it's supposed to take place in a world.
No, it's definitely realistic.
That's more realistic than, say, any Marvel or DC movie, including the Dark Knight movies.
I'd argue it's more realistic than The Dark Knight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just because it's basically dealing with the implications of someone like this existing in our world, instead of just being like, oh, there's a superhero, yeah.
The ramifications of that on society and the mental toll that would have on a person discovering they have superpowers.
100%.
You know, that is the entire plot of Unbreakable, is Bruce Willis trying to figure out if he really is unbreakable, and to do that, he has to start pushing himself to extremes, and when you reach extremes, extreme repercussions become a real thing. You know, like the climactic scene of Unbreakable is his son's like, I'm going to prove you're bulletproof, and he's like, how about we don't, because if I'm not, I will die.
I thought that was the best scene in that movie.
Yeah,
and
it's like
I was like,
character
he
drama.
better shoot his dad.
You really wanted his dad to get
to be
shot.
fair, I wanted to know if he was bulletproof or not, and I never found out.
We still don't know.
Yeah, he never got shot in this movie.
Not only that, nobody ever pulls a gun on him.
Surprises me. There were like SWAT agents everywhere. I don't know, like, watching those other two movies and going into this one, I expected a superhero climax, but also in the sense that Shyamalan would do it, and like we're following up Unbreakable and Split. And he tried, in the sense where he did subvert expectations by having, oh, there's gonna be a big rooftop fight, everyone's gonna watch, and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That
I
was
like
really
that.
great.
There was
Love the hell
no
out
big
of that.
dumb fight on a rooftop.
Exactly. You saw them fight, because if you didn't, you'd be a little bit disappointed on some level. But,
Yeah, like I went into this movie because I'm like, I want to watch James McAvoy fight Bruce Willis.
right? Like, you can't not want that and get that. But at the same time, there was no third act of every superhero movie. There was no big, huge, dumb... And it teased it, and it built it up, and it was like, no, fuck you, we're not giving you that.
I was so happy about that, though.
Same,
That's the
100%.
thing.
And the best part is Samuel L. Jackson's character, Elijah Price. I love everything he does because he's basically the narrator of this movie, and he's explaining this is going to happen, this is why, and this is what the repercussions will be. Mm-hmm. And it's so compelling to watch him, which makes me really sad. I'll hold on it more for when we get into negatives, because I'm pretty sure we're doing positives right now.
We're doing positives.
Which is weird because we usually do what we have.
Yeah, and I think
less
y'all
of
generally
first.
liked it. but
I'd say we have
anyway,
more. I'd say we have more positives, but that's not the point.
Oh, yeah.
My biggest problem with Elijah Price is he just shows up. He just appears.
He's there already.
He's there already, which is fine, but like even when he is there already, they don't really make a big deal out of it. They're just like, oh yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson's here.
Going off of your point, the movie's called Glass, and it started without any glass. It started with a...
No glass at all. Completely.
Well,
started with Patricia kidnapping the girls, and then it cut to David Dunn doing the superhero stuff, and it went back and forth between them. Like, what if... Remember the scene where Glass was a kid on the roller coaster? Imagine if that was the cold open of the movie, and then once he gets his arm snapped, you see Glass, the title. Like, that would have
been
like,
great.
Wow. You know?
I have a thing. The movie's called Glass, Glass practically invented this whole universe. Mm-hmm. This is the setup, like not the setup story to that, but the whole, every single thing that's happened in all three of these movies
Has been by his design.
His
Right.
little tinkering, his little thing, even at the end with the whole twist of he set it up all along, all of it was him.
Yeah.
Every single thing, so meticulously
I think this
planned
might be
and pointed.
the first time that a plot twist in one movie has resulted in a plot twist in another movie.
Unless you're counting retcons.
I'm not
Right.
counting retcons. I'm talking like genuinely like A and B. I think that's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It's a trilogy twist. Sort
It's a
of.
trilogy twist.
So the fact that the movie opens with not Glass doesn't bother me because without Glass, the title of this movie, it's a moot point. Nothing's
I'm
happening.
not-
Right, but that's not still. It's called Glass, and he's not in it for the first 20, maybe even 30 minutes. I don't even remember.
I'm not a problem. I don't have a problem with that. I'd actually say it's more like the first 10, 15 minutes. My problem is there's no real intro to him.
Well, do
Yeah.
we need an intro to him?
And that's
Well,
why I was-
considering McAvoy and Willis get a reintroduction,
Exactly.
they reestablish their characters. This is Kevin Wendell Crumb. This is Bruce Unbreakable. This is what they're about. There's no scene for that for Elijah. He just pops into existence.
Exactly, and that's why I was arguing like that scene with him was so powerful and
That was a
tragic.
great scene.
That would be
Yes.
an
No,
excellent.
I think it would have made a great opening scene.
Because even if you hadn't seen Unbreakable, you'd be like, "Wow, this is horrifying. Why is the mom scared that he's on a roller coaster?"
And
Not
then,
a big
oh, it
deal."
breaks-
And then all of a sudden he breaks every bone in his body.
Literally.
Yeah, so it's not that he took too long to show up. It's just that when he did, you're just expected to be like, oh, that's Mr. Glass. You're fine. It's
So,
whatever.
Just jumping around.
I think that's what
love-
we're doing.
Yeah, we're basically jumping around between positive and negative, which is breaking the usual mold. But so does this trilogy, basically.
No, we're just going to talk about positives now.
unbreakable.
It's quite split. One could even say it's fragile as
We
glass.
are-
Splitting between.
We are Bruce Unbreakable.
So
Sounds-
going off of more positives, I really, really enjoyed any scene where the two are fighting. I got to explain the positive before I get to the negative. So in the first Unbreakable, Bruce Willis, he's not the best part of that movie. Sam Jackson is.
100%.
He shines 100%, but Bruce Willis, he's a character that kind of supports what's happening around him. The strength of the movie are the story and the plot and like the characters.
He's the main character but supports the movie.
Yeah.
He's kind of propping up the story and like
Yeah.
Shyamalan doing his directing because the directing in the movie is like on par with
Directing in all three of the movies are great.
Exactly.
I think.
Yep.
I think Unbreakable itself has my favorite directing. But that being said, since it's been 20 years and now Bruce Willis doesn't care about anything at all,
He really doesn't.
when he's in that raincoat in Unbreakable, he's a tour de force and he looks menacing and feels menacing.
Now he just looks sad and old.
He looks like he does not give a fuck. Like he's trying, sort of, but he looks so old and tired. Like when he runs at a SWAT soldier or 20 SWAT soldiers to push them away, he just looks like he's lazily walking. And then it cuts to him flying through the air. Like, oh yeah, he totally did that. But like that's obviously a stuntman. Like I don't buy that it's Bruce Willis at all. Like at least I can buy Kevin Wendell Crumb. James McAvoy's stunt double is there.
Kevin
and
Wendell,
you feel
James
like
McAvoy.
it's James McAvoy's Kevin Wendell Crumb doing that because he's such a tour de force when he's acting. He's
Yeah.
acting circles around Bruce Willis. That Bruce Willis is just there like, oh, I'm in a raincoat now. I'll just lazily run into you now. Ugh."
I said before this movie, when me and you were talking, Bruce Willis is not my favorite actor. I really don't like him that much. He's fine. He's generic actor, like action guy. He's
Yeah,
not like
he's
Jason
not-
Statham generic, but
He's
there.
He is the physical embodiment of every man who watches action movies and goes, I could do that.
That's Jason Statham too, though.
No, it's not Jason Statham. Jason Statham's in shape.
Although, yeah, I'd say Jason Statham
I get it.
is what Bruce Willis thinks that he still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jason Statham's a terrible actor, though. That's the thing.
I'm not arguing that.
I
I don't
think
hate him. I think he's alright.
I think Bruce Willis has his moments. He really does. Unbreakable, he's not bad. He really is
Would you
good.
say that he had his moments? What's something recent that within the past like 5, maybe even 10 years that he's done that's like, wow, that's amazing.
I almost just said Expendables 2 out loud. Movie's not good. Those movies are not good. I just think he hasn't lost the ball. I just think he stopped. You check in, phone in.
I don't know, does it feel like he was trying in this movie?
Some scenes, yes. Some
Sometimes
scenes, no.
it's just like Unbreakable, where I said sometimes he's really good and sometimes he's just
Like
alright.
the scene when it's all three of them in therapy, I feel like that's his strongest scene in the movie.
Yeah,
I agree. I think he really sold me on that.
but
part.
when it comes to moving or doing action or anything but talking,
Exactly. Like it's like
it's like you.
it really
it's like
is.
myself in real life where I
Yeah.
don't move at all.
I was
Jake, you
gonna say-
paid him 35 cents to go get something for your room.
Yeah.
I was about to
Anyway.
equate us all to guys, but then both me and Mud would probably also want to be James McAvoy.
I'm definitely James McAvoy.
I would have to be the smart one because I'm the smart one.
You are the
sometimes.
smart one.
Wait, so I'm slow, old, unbreakable?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry, Chief.
God damn.
I get to be young, spry, and full of life.
I get
literally.
to be a genius that dies at the flick of a wrist.
Literally. I mean,
Dude, you got your ribs.
It was
Bro, that was
To be
brutal.
fair, it was a beast wrist that flicked you away.
He just went, and I watched him just crumble.
I mean, that would probably at least fracture
The best
right
part
into
is,
the rib.
I think, fun little sound folly moment. The sound of his bones breaking had the sound of glass shattering.
Yes, I noticed that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it
that's
was really
so good.
And like, I know it's not super realistic, but that was such a nice little touch.
That's such a nice little
I
touch.
love-
And then when he bent over, it was
And-
glass crunching.
Oh my god.
I really like the little moments in this movie. Where we were just talking about how Bruce Willis is.
Well, this is a movie where the little moments shine bigger than the big ones.
Like
Yeah.
when Bruce,
Well, they have to.
when Bruce Unbreakable's son starts like doubting his father, I really liked that story arc.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm fully a fan of how they handled Anya Taylor-Joy's character, how she's suddenly like super obsessed with Kevin.
I think from the last one, she's realized
He's not a monster.
he's not a monster.
I agree. I just I
The
don't know,
Beast isn't even
something-
a monster, really.
he's a protector.
He wants to
Kevin
protect the
was
broken.
abused and invented these personalities, including the beast.
No, I understand that. It's just I don't know something. It worked. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I appreciated their dynamic. I just felt like something was
missing. They
something
needed
was
more
missing.
explanation.
Yeah, I was like, why is Casey suddenly so?
Anya Taylor-Joy's character to me was a thing where each scene I saw her in, I liked more and more.
Yes.
Except
Yes,
the last scene
100%.
where it's just a fucking manifesto of her character, where she's just talking to Kevin and he's dying and he's in the light while he's dying, which is like, I thought like, oh, why are you killing Split, the guy? But then when you watch that scene and it unfolds,
He's just Kevin in that scene. He's
Kevin,
not the Horde. He's
who's
just
been-
Kevin.
His whole life has been away from the light, doesn't want the light, doesn't like the light. He's like, I'm gonna stay in the light right here, right now, in my final moment for you. Because
For all of those who protected him,
Exactly.
he will protect them.
that's so
That's
I like
amazing.
that.
Let's talk about what led up to Kevin getting shot,
okay.
because I have a lot of thoughts about this.
Okay.
Suddenly, there is a secret society that deals with superheroes by murdering them.
Well, it's either convince them that they're not and then use the machine.
Or,
And then if that doesn't work, they murder them.
yes.
I believe was the way she explained
So, let's talk about that plot twist.
The second I saw a clover on a wrist, I knew it.
Well, yeah, because it was pretty fucking heavy-handed, buddy.
I saw the clover on the wrist. I was like, "What unbreakable / split minor character is this?"
Yeah,
I don't
me too. I'm
remember.
like, who is this character?
Is this a
oh
dad
no,
of
it's a
someone?
new thing. It's a new thing. Not
a
only
new
that,
thing.
it's a new thing that wasn't established or hinted at all because Shyamalan loves his
Twist.
Now,
twists.
the only defense onto that would be: does it need to be set up?
No, if
secret
it's a
organization.
twist, yeah.
It
Exactly.
doesn't need to be set up. Now, the only saving grace is Elijah's counter.
Yeah.
To what happened.
Elijah's counter to it was beautiful because he knew.
He knew. That was beautiful. Like when the movie ended, I thought the movie was wrapping up, and I was like, that was really
Weak.
fucking dumb. That was really bad. Shyamalan, what the hell? You just, oh my
Balls it up
god.
again.
No wonder this thing's a fucking 3. I'm not saying it would have been a 3, but like that brought it down a couple points. I was like, are you shitting me? Like, come on. You didn't know how to write an ending, so you just did that.
But then
And then the movie keeps going, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, just end already. And then they're like, yeah, that's what the mastermind does. And I was like,
wait.
Oh, wait.
I watched you go.
Wait.
Like,
yeah, no, I
watched you do that
I leaned
head
to
tilt.
Ian and I was like, I swear to God, if they're all somehow still fucking alive. Because that would actually piss me off more.
That would have pissed me off more. They all died.
Nope, they're all dead. But because the whole point of the secret society is to make sure nobody ever finds out superheroes are real, Elijah, being the fucking genius that he is, before any of it even started, live leaked the entire fight and sent it to the 3 support characters for the heroes, you know, Bruce Unbreakable's son, his mama, and Anya Taylor-Joy, and then they put all that on YouTube,
Schmootube.
whatever.
Can't use YouTube.
Boom, superheroes are real to the world. I was mind blown.
It's a twist of a twist.
It was a twist
That
of a
pissed
twist.
me off so much.
It was a twist on a twist, and on top of that, there's another twist with Kendall Wemman, James McAvoy's character. There's like 3 different twists in this movie, and 2 of them land very well.
2 are really good.
Two are
I
great.
compensate for the other one being
the other one, I
didn't
like,
mind the secret society because in a world of superheroes, that would make sense.
and it does. No, they explain it well
But-
because, like, I'm like, Fuck yeah, there's always a bunch of secret societies. And then they have the Civil War argument of for every hero there is a villain.
So that's another point. That's actually my last big negative would be the for every hero there's a thing. Any part where this movie was incredibly meta did not work for me. It tried to be like, oh, we're so philosophical because we're talking about superheroes in our superhero movie. Look how powerful we are. And then she's like, secret organizations, blah, 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 but we're not evil, so blah, 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 blah. You know, we're organizations, fuck you, superheroes. It's like, no, you're just talking about what you are. And
Yeah.
And then the guys come out and Elijah Price is like, cast of main characters have arrived or some dumb shit. It's like, what are you doing, Shyamalan? Just write that in the text, not the dialogue. That's where the fucking stage directions go. That's so stupid.
Well,
that actually
interior scene. Bruce Willis shows up.
that actually didn't bother me.
that didn't bother me because that's who Glass was.
Yeah.
When Glass said stuff out loud, yes.
I meant
that's
it
fine.
literally when I said Glass is the narrator of this movie.
No,
Yeah.
but characters aren't exclusive to comic books. They're just in stories.
No, but the point of the movie is that it is playing out like a comic book.
Yeah, and since he studied comic books for so long and did all of that, it makes sense for him to say it, but not other characters.
Yes.
No.
So when the secret organization lady was talking about it, I was like, eh. When Glass said, now this is the part. That seems
Where
like
all
it's
the
the
main
part where the
characters come
bad
to-
guys
teaming up. That was
I really did not enjoy that either.
that's such a great
That's
line.
a great line. Because
No.
it's so stupid.
Because he just convinced the Beast that they're good. He's like, oh, you're a Dark Angel, you're an Avenger. And Beast is like, scum and kiss you on the nose now.
Oh, yeah. Wait, best part of the movie.
James
James McAvoy kisses Samuel Jackson on the
He
lips.
definitely does kiss him. Which is
Definitely
fantastic.
kissed him.
It's the second best kiss between two men I've seen on scene, where except when Michael Fassbender kisses Michael Fassbender.
Okay, so the guilty pleasure. I gotta admit this. I'm a little bit biased here. Any movie or story
Where
that
James
has-
McAvoy kisses somebody.
Well, that, but also if there's like a character that's mysterious and you don't know a whole lot about and you want to learn more, the more far into weird territory you get, the more I tend to like it. So the fact that the Beast is like really sniffing him, licking him, almost probably definitely kissing him in that
Definitely
moment.
kissing
Their
him.
lips
That
at least
sold it for me.
touched.
Oh,
I really
yeah.
liked it, but then he goes, we're the bad guys teaming up. You get it, movie? You get it, audience? We're the bad guys in this movie.
He's really dead this time, Jake.
No.
Jake,
no resurrections this time,
You had
Jake.
a really powerful scene, and now it's
That was
just
my
okay.
favorite part.
It felt like fan service, and it wasn't service in this fan. So
I don't know.
mind
It didn't bother
Yeah.
me. I feel like
I didn't. Think
I know
it was-
you're saying that the meta didn't work for you. It worked for me. The commentary.
Not all of it worked, but most of it.
Most of it
to the
worked,
part
yeah.
where I wasn't angry about it.
I
That's-
was never upset by it. It never bothered me.
Yeah. The performances were all really good.
Yes,
I
even
think-
Bruce Willis, he was the weakest. I won't say the worst.
He was definitely the weakest, but that's
That's
when
not.
you're being compared to Samuel L. Jackson for the worst movie he was ever in was Star Wars,
and
which is
James McAvoy
really saying
playing
something.
20 different characters.
And James McAvoy playing 20-something different characters. I don't even know the worst movie James McAvoy's in because I've enjoyed X-Men Apocalypse. I've
The
enjoyed
Wanted?
most of them. I've never seen that movie.
I'm
Is
gonna
that the
look
one where he
up-
curves the bullet?
yes,
Oh, I've seen Wanted. It's very bad. He's alright in
Okay.
it. He's not the problem with it. By a
Yeah,
long
but it's
shot.
probably the worst movie he's
It's
in.
fucking terrible.
yeah. I was not about to let X-Men
But-
Apocalypse be the worst movie James McAvoy's in.
But Bruce Willis is in Die Hard 2, and A Good Day to Die Hard, and Live Free and Die Hard, and Sin City, A Dame to Kill. Like,
It's weird because eventually, as the sequels go
and
on,
Expendables 2.
they try to introduce characters to kind of take over
Replace
the
them,
mantle.
yes.
And nobody
they
ever
did
wants them.
Justin Long. They did fucking Jai Courtney in the latest
A
one.
Good Day to Jack Court.
And they're gonna do it again. They're gonna be like, "Oh, it's me and Shia LaBeouf this time," which is Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. But
That's
gonna
what
do it.
they do that with every Indiana Jones movie too, because
not everyone, just the new one.
the movies like that, where they have an older aging star and they try to. Mission Impossible does that every movie, where they add a new guy for Tom Cruise to fight because Tom Cruise is getting up there. And
Yeah,
maybe,
Jeremy Renner was supposed to be that guy in 3 and 4, and then he just dipped the franchise.
and then
yeah, because he was like, I want to do
Cavill, this-
Infinity War.
Sometimes your lead doesn't carry it anymore.
You guys are saying that Bruce Willis is weakest, but when compared to great actors like Sam Jackson and James McAvoy, I gotta say that Bruce Willis is the weakest out of every character in this movie, including the supporting characters. I dislike Bruce Willis in this movie. I thought he did fine, but
I would not go as far to say I disliked him.
I didn't dislike him at all.
he
was
like,
okay.
It's as if he did the bare minimum of okay.
Being a good job.
And
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
thanks, Shyamalan. That was
No,
good,
I'll give you
Shyamalan."
that.
He
He came on set and he went, I'm doing this in one take.
So, I think we can all agree this is easily the worst of the trilogy. I'm not saying it's bad necessarily.
I would not say that.
Really?
I would not say that. I would honestly say Split is.
I disagree strongly. I think Split is really well constructed.
I think, well, when we get to out of 10s, I'm going to talk about what I think.
I'm pretty close. Do you guys have any other striking
Oh,
positive?
I'm getting
negatives?
close too, buddy.
No, none of that.
So I want to mention one small detail. You mentioned it in the theater. At the end, they're all wearing the colors that their uppers wore.
Bruce Unbreakable's son is wearing green. Mrs. Glass
Wearing
Glass
purple.
purple, and Anya Taylor-Joy is
She's wearing
orange.
the yellow, like the orangey
Yellow and
jumpsuits.
orange, which are the
Colors
colors
is a big
of
theme in
Kevin
the first
Wendell,
one,
James
right?
McAvoy.
And the colors in this one, the villain's thing when he was in the comic book store,
Purple.
bright purple,
And the heroes, green.
and the mom, her curtains purple.
Purple.
Great little details.
Her
That's why I
computer
like
was purple, too.
That's why I like it was like the bluish purple one, yeah.
bluish
That's why I
purple.
like Shyamalan like a lot as a director.
Color coding did a good job.
You can shit on M. Night Shyamalan all you want for some of the stuff he's done. You cannot deny he's smart.
Yeah.
You can't.
He's got a lot of good little moments.
His attention to small detail and those little things that build a narrative around and help really create a world.
Yeah.
Genius. He's such a smart guy. And he's made some shit that I don't like, but he's also made a lot of stuff that I really admire. And I think he's a really smart director. It shines through in this entire trilogy,
Yeah.
regardless of what you think of any of them. The small attention to details, the shots and transitions in a lot of these movies are great.
That scene where she's bopping back and forth between James McAvoy and Bruce Willis, but it's shot like one conversation.
I really liked how his son left. It shot him from upside down because it just turned his whole world upside down.
I thought that same thing.
I
Like, it's turned,
loved it.
His world just got turned upside down.
So smart. There's a lot of really smart moments in this that I just appreciated.
I noticed this. There's a lot of scenes that are shot from far away in cars for some reason. And at first I was like, that's really weird. Why? It's because they're filming through the windshield. They're filming through glass.
See, yeah, there's a little.
That doesn't mean anything. It was just a fun little...
Yeah. No, that's actually pretty cool.
There's just the little moments in all of these movies that really make them shine.
Yep.
For me, I still feel like this movie is trying to be a hybrid of Unbreakable and Split for literal reasons, but also like trying to theme reasons because of the colors and also like the personalities and stuff. But it never gets as great as either of them. It's okay from both of them, and on that level I enjoy it, and it's a satisfying conclusion. But I don't feel like it reaches the heights of the others, in my opinion.
I'll say I don't feel the conversations in this movie were as profound as they were in Unbreakable, but I feel that's only because, it's going to sound really weird, but there wasn't enough time, even though this movie's over 2 hours long. I really think this movie could have just been the three of them having therapist conversations with that lady for 2 hours. It was. But it was also equally marketed as Bruce Unbreakable is going to fight Kevin Wendell, James McAvoy.
There was a lot of shots where they're going into that water tank a lot.
Yeah. I still feel as though I was satisfied on both fronts. The philosophical discussion of being a superhero and
The weird shit.
Jake like weird.
And the fight.
Yes. All right, out of 10.
You want to start?
I'll start. I'm between 6 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
I actually indecisive when I think on it, but that's where I am right now.
Ethan?
I think all three of them are 8s. They're all 8s on different spectrum of the number 8. I think Split might be my favorite because of how weird it got. Glass and Unbreakable are almost exactly the same, basically. I just enjoyed all three of them. Almost equally, really.
I gave Unbreakable an 8. I gave Split a 7. I'm going to give Glass an 8.
This is a solid trilogy of good movies.
It's a... You may not agree, but I think this is kind of a thinking man's superhero trilogy.
Yeah.
Out of all the superhero trilogies, yes, by a long shot, because superhero trilogies generally, except for like Dark Knight, little exceptions like that.
Aside from Dark Knight, I'd say.
Yeah.
But even then, Dark Knight's not meant to make you think.
Well, the second one is supposed to make you think a little bit.
Second one makes you think. First and third ones don't make you think.
The first one's my favorite.
First one actually kind of does a little bit about power and who holds it. Third one,
But so
is
does the
there
third
because
one.
Bane is a funny guy, but you know,
Tom Hardy can't talk the movie.
it's pretty good.
Tom Hardy can't. Which one is,
Three movies.
that? Fury
every Tom
Road?
Hardy
Is that
movie.
Dunkirk? Is that Venom?
Is that fucking
Oh, yeah,
Revenant?
he can't talk in Dunkirk. He's the thing over his face. Every time. Mad
Is that
Max.
We've been over this.
Oh,
Dunkirk, Tom Hardy doesn't speak English. He just makes sounds that sound close to English.
In Mad Max, I swear to God, he grunts the whole
Dude,
movie.
I don't know if you saw Mad Max from the beginning recently, but I was watching the
I did.
intro. He goes, my name is Max. My world is fire and blood. And I'm like, Tom Hardy. You fucking serious?
We're not talking about Tom
No, we're not,
fucking
we're not.
Hardy.
Wait,
So
let's
how
review.
was Fury Road?
Oh, best movie, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Go see Split. It's pretty good. Sorry, I had to add this little addendum in there. Go see him fucking Glass, not Split, but also see Split.